Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, and today, as to be expected with my constant comings and goings of the vehicles, we got rid of the Subaru Outback Wilderness, and I traded it, of all things, for a motorcycle. We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more in this video. Stay tuned. Okay, so before we get started, I got to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's Adventure Rig Shop, adventurerigshop.com, where you can find all your camping, overlanding, all that gear and things. The link is in the description, and if you do make a purchase, use the code NOMAD at checkout to save yourself 5%. So, okay, well, I want to say for starters, I did not get rid of the Subaru Outback Wilderness because of the videos I made previously. There were noticeable issues that I thought I was having, and 99% of all the issues that I thought I was having turns out to be not really issues, just the CVT being finicky, and they were all kind of to be expected, to be honest with you. So I didn't get rid of it for that reason. There was nothing wrong with the car. It was simply came down to making room in the budget for myself, for things I plan to do later on in the year or the beginning of next year. So we had to move some things around. The car performed great, and I have a really good relationship with the dealer here in Columbus, Ohio. So I was able to take that car, take my positive equity that I had in the car, roll that over into the motorcycle, and reduce my payment by 90%. That was really why I got rid of the car. I just wanted to make room in the budget, but I wanted to have a little bit something extra to go have fun on and to enjoy now that I no longer have the Outback Wilderness. So I do want to say, for everybody who has tuned in for all the Outback Wilderness content, there may be another Outback Wilderness at some point, but the 2025 Outback Wilderness came out and it was the same as the 2024. I don't know if there were any specs that were different. Maybe there'll be a different one for 26, maybe not. And if that opportunity ever presents itself to me again, I may pick up another one. But for right now, I'm just out of the Subaru world. It was fun. I had a blast. I bought 2 of them, built 2 of them, used 2 of them. It was a lot of fun, and I hope that that information and all the videos were helpful for you. But I do understand that if you're here for Subaru Outback Wilderness content and there's no longer Subaru Outback Wilderness content, you may not stick around, and that's okay too. I'll see you when I see you. Maybe you'll be back later if we get another one. But for me, it's time to move on to something else, to find, to kind of rekindle that flame, because for the last 4 years, I've been buying cars, building cars, flipping those cars into other cars, and building relationships and going on trips and meeting new people. It's been a lot of fun, and I don't intend to stop completely doing those things, but for right now, I wanted to recenter my focus. I wanted to get a motorcycle. I didn't think I would ever have one again, but I wanted to get one, and I'm going to tell you about it here in a minute. But I wanted to try new things. I wanted to go new places, and I wanted to experience things in a different way, and that's what the Triumph 400X offers me. So let's talk about that. The Triumph 400X I'm looking at it because it's right there. She's so beautiful. It's just a beautiful motorcycle. It's the matte green with like the cream oatmeal color on the gas tank, gold forks. It's a beautiful, beautiful motorcycle. But I wanted to get it to go new places and do new things and see the world differently. There is a peace and tranquility you get on a motorcycle that you do not get in a car. I don't listen to music when I ride my motorcycle. I just put on my helmet. The only thing I listen to is the motorcycle, the cars, the wind, and I can go down a 2-lane road or a dirt road or a forest road and just be in that singular moment, and it takes everything else, the chaos of life, the chaos of the day, everything that you may be dealing with internally, it's gone and it disappears. That's what a motorcycle does for me, and that's why I wanted to get back in a motorcycle, to be completely honest with you. And there's a lot of great content opportunities there. The motorcycle world has a lot of really awesome creators, but I would love to try my hand at making motorcycle content. I've done car content for enough time. I know how to do it. I know what to do there, but this is like a completely different world. And there's also the 2023 Suron Ultra B that I purchased. We'll talk about that in a completely different video. If you're interested in that, I'm building that out to be like a complete trail bike. We're not gonna get there yet. But the Triumph 400X is just something that I thought was a good intermediate way to get back into motorcycles that didn't cost an arm and a leg, and that was safe for me to be doing the type of traveling I plan on doing. Now, the type of traveling I plan on doing is really pulling the motorcycle on a trailer behind me when we travel the country in our van or in whatever vehicle we happen to be traveling in. And I can take the motorcycle off the trailer and I can go ride these crazy, beautiful mountain vista scenic roads and take pictures of that experience and record and video that experience. That's different to me. It's not driving around in a car. It's not getting 30 shots of a car driving down a dirt road 30 different ways. Like, that stuff gets boring, and that's why I stopped making the adventure style content, because I thought to myself, how many different ways can I cook at camp, and can I fly a drone, and can I film a vehicle driving down a dirt road? How many different ways? There's only so many that you can do. And granted, the scene is always different and, you know, all of that. But the point being, now I can try my hand at something else. Now, the 400X is a very small motor bike. It's a single twin 400cc damn near dirt bike motor on a street bike. So it does have slightly more aggressive tires than what you would find on a typical scrambler, and that's what I wanted to get. I wanted to get a scrambler-ish style bike because I do intend to take this on roads that are a little bit unforgiving. I don't plan on, this is not a dual sport bike. I do not plan on doing the Kentucky Adventure Tour or any of this crazy stuff on that bike because it's just not suited for it, and I would just beat it up, and it's a really pretty machine. But this does give me the opportunity to see things and do things a little bit differently than I've done ever here on this channel. Now let's talk about the very simple mods that I've done to the Triumph 400X. I've literally removed the license plate bracket that came factory from Triumph because it's this big, long, swooping, ugly thing. And I put an aftermarket, very low profile, pretty tidy tail kit, I believe is what they call it. I took some fenders and I took plastic off. I took a bunch of stickers off. I just removed things that were unnecessary. The rear foot pegs, I took them off, not really in an attempt to save weight, but I just want this bike to have a more aggressive scrambler look. And those are some of the simple things that I did right when I got it home. My son and I took it apart out here and just started removing all of the things that I thought were ugly. And that's really all that we've done so far. But I do plan on adding a different wheel kit. I do plan on adding a different suspension system. There are some things that I'm going to do to make this bike more maneuverable and better in those off-road, gravel road type of experiences and situations, because that's really what I bought this bike for, is just to travel those really off the beaten path roads, scenic views. I think you get the point. That was my entire basis behind getting the 400X from Triumph. All right, so for everybody who's been here for a long time and has watched a lot of my videos, you'll notice the scene change. I needed a change. I built a new office in my garage so I can, when I get an idea, I can just do it. I can just set my camera set up, everything's here, my bikes are over there. Like, if I have an idea, I can flip around, turn the camera on, and I can start recording that idea. And I think it's gonna be a better way for me to connect and provide more content and provide more information to people, and to let people know what I'm doing on a more regular basis. Sometimes there's 2 or 3 weeks between videos, and that's just because life. I have 2 kids, I have a job, couple of them that are outside of this. I have a family, I have responsibilities, so it's hard for me to always sit down and make content. Even though I really want to, sometimes there are things that are barriers for me to do that. So this will remove some of those barriers because it'll give me an opportunity to spin around and start having a conversation with the camera, which is actually you. So that's really all I have today. I wanted to give you a breakdown of the Outback Wilderness. Goodbye to all my Subaru people. I hope you don't leave, but if you do, I get it. I totally understand. Hello to my Triumph 400X people, the new motorcycle enthusiast crowd that I'm diving into head first. I can't wait to meet you and work with you and have fun, go on adventures and all of that cool stuff. But next week we will do another video. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to be about yet, but I will see you on the channel next week around 7:30 p.m. on Sunday.